Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome back. I'm 𝗤𝘂𝗍𝗂 and this is of course City Skylines 2. Now the game's had a bit of a rocky start. It hasn't been exactly the perfect release, but the game is playable for most people, I think. If your PC is a beefy PC, you're still going to have to drop the graphics and stuff, but you should be okay to play the game. The game is playable if your system meets probably higher than minimum spec. I would recommend trying to upgrade any of your systems if you can. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about, I've played probably about 10-20 hours, something like that. And I think I've got a good starting technique, but I don't know for sure. So I thought I'd test it out and I'd share it with you. So we're going to say new game, and we're going to go, let's have a look, see what we got here. These got outside connections: highway, rail, ship, airplane, and electricity. Do any of them change? Some of them have less, but they all have electricity. Okay, let's do San Francisco. This is part of the most expensive pack. It's like a free DLC thing that you can grab. Haven't even looked at it yet. Let's jump on there and have a little look-see. So we go North American. We won't do left-hand traffic. Natural disasters. We'll turn that off just for this video. Yep, okay, we'll go as we are. Towcester. Right, so this will be, I think, the best way to start out. Right, guys, so I'm going to pause the game just for a moment. Not that that really makes any difference or anything, because there's nothing here. But you just got to take stock of what's around you. So this first square is going to... Get rid of that plane. This first square is going to be your sort of main focal point. And you can see we've got a small section of water area here. If I just come in and look at the water pollution area, you can see these triangles are not brilliant at showing you which way the water is flowing, because sometimes it looks like the angle's going a different way. If I compare that to the wind, it's very obvious which way the wind is blowing. So anyway, my point being that if you have any commercial area creating smog and filth and whatnot, you want to put it in an area that's going to blow it out to sea so that it doesn't affect people, because it will just drag across the map, which is most irritating. So this is probably going to end up being a very heavily sort of economic area. This doesn't really go anywhere, so I don't know that you would use this for anything. Maybe put some electricity production buildings up here or something like that, I don't know. Or maybe you're going to turn it into a really high class living area. If you do that, you don't want to put your electricity factory here, because all the smog is going to go over there, of course. So you want to think about this. So we could see that we definitely want to have, to start with at least, our industry. If we split this diagonally down the middle, we want our industry up this end and our living areas down the bottom here. Same with the water. So the water, you can see, is almost always flowing inland. So you can see this is coming inland. This is actually going around slightly. So at our northernmost point is here. This is where you would want your water intake to be. So let's drop that down first of all. Now the quickest and easiest thing in the world is to just buy a water tower. It's a lot more expensive than a water pumping station, and it's not as effective, but it is the easiest way, especially if you're landlocked. If I just drop that in there, like so, and then grab our sewage outlet, which I think is going to have to go about there. And what's going to happen, you can see that the flow of water is going to take all the sewage and just fill up this bay. Now at some point we're going to upgrade this and filter the water out so it's not filthy and disgusting, but we've got to get to that point first. Frustratingly, you can't access a lot of the information until you reach milestone 4 Grand Village, but what we want to do, it's imperative that you connect to the outside world to start with. But also we have the power line from an external source, so we can use their power, which means we don't need an electricity factory. But in actual fact, it's so much more cost effective to build a coal factory and sell the excess electricity back to them, that it ends up paying for itself quickly indeed. But the whole economics in the game are completely broken at the moment, so there's a lot of work that the devs are going to need to do to make this actually work properly. Right, so I'm just going to put a little bit of a road here. And then what I'm going to try and do is follow the contours. You see the circle around the road? I'm going to try and follow the contours of the island somewhat. So that we can get early space for good industry and whatnot over here. And because the water is coming from a clean, reliable water source and the filth is going into a controlled area, I'm quite happy to slam down for coal factory. Now it is going to destroy this water source underneath, but that's not actually going to be a massive problem. We will see. And because all roads other than motorways take water and electricity with them, you can see that the water connections are already there and everything is ready to go, and that the electricity connection is already there and ready to go as well. So all we need to do now is connect up to this point here. Now, although the game has evolved a lot, there's still a long way to go before I think it's really better than the previous game. So if you remember in the previous game, we used to sort of do this system quite a lot. Actually, let me do that again. So this is coming straight off the external highway. So you want to kind of continue that as much as you can. What I'm going to do from this point is do 104 meters. And then a new road, 104 meters. New road, 104 meters. From the centre, 104 meters. And then obviously you know what we're going to do here. And even to this day, this is, I think, the best way to start. Now, a roundabout obviously is all one direction, but I actually think this works better with 2 lanes of traffic going in both directions. It just frees you up a little bit more than it otherwise would. So we're going to have all our industry over on this side. So I'm going to run a road that way, sort of closing that off and then connect it up to here. But our residents are going to live over here, so what I like to do for the residents is 2-lane road with parallel turned on, and we'll rank this right up to say 10. I've got to think about where I want this. Annoyingly, the parallels on the opposite side though I was expecting there. Bring it over a little bit more. That's pretty good. Right, so that's going to act as our central point of connection, basically. Make sure it's a good, nice, clean 90-degree angle. We've got good connection all the way across, and then we just put a connecting road here. And that is going to help us so much. We can branch out now on all sides so easily. First thing I'm going to do though is put down a transformer hub. We'll plonk that smack bang in the middle. And then we'll get ourselves a connection point. Actually, let's start here. And that's it. Right, so now I'm going to unpause. And you'll see, if we go to the Twitter feed, the water department, the pump is up and running. Soon we'll have water flowing throughout the city. Now the problem I've got is I don't have any fuel coming into here. So let me just fix that before I move on. Keeping the 4-lane road going. I'm going to come off at a slight angle here, something like that. Okay, so I'm happy with that for now. We'll switch back down to our basic road. Again, trying to keep as best we can within the contours of the landscape. Excuse me. Right, so now I can unpause that, and you'll see that we have an electricity connection going all the way from our electricity company all the way to the mains, and you can see that the electricity is going out rather than coming in. That means that we're already selling electricity. It should pop up here at some point. The game seems to run much better when you're running at maximum speed, so I'm just going to chuck that on. See if they start saying it. Electricity department, we have an overabundance of electricity production, so we're selling the excess to the outside world. So, according to this, we're still losing 860 an hour. And I can't show you the information, but I swear to God, we're selling millions outside. But the whole economics in this game is totally broken. So they have no employees, but they're running at 80% efficiency. So let's get that fixed. Come in and slam down your basic grid. I always like to leave a bit of space. Excuse me. And there's milestone 1 unlocked. Let's put some connecting roads in. Sorry for my cough. I need desperately to hold it in. Okay. So we're going to slam down some housing. A section for shopping.
You're back with Second Moon Radio, your second musical home from home. So settle back in your chair, pour yourself a glass, and prepare for another hour of musical delight. Tonight we are doing a musical tour of Italia, land of art and culture. 𝗦𝘂𝗍𝗯𝗀, as they say. And an aria inspired by the infamous Vivaldi shall be our guide.
So trying to adhere to the limitations of the land. Got a nice industry area there we can fill. up. When it's best to connect in the middle. Right, so that's pretty much going to take care of itself. We can just ignore that pretty much now. You can see we're already getting demand for medium density residential, which is crazy because I tried so hard to get that working before. It took me a long time and it never happened. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide in a new grid here within the confines of the area. And I'm going to have a one-way street coming in. And a one-way street going out. And come in here, put some medium residential down. Might even go as far as that. We'll just slam in a few shops in the gaps. Not too many. I found the shops very quickly start complaining that there aren't enough customers, which is incredibly frustrating. Right, so we've obviously unlocked a few extra areas, a medical clinic. So it makes sense to sort of place that, I guess, centrally. We're also going to need an area for cemetery area. So I think where a good place for that might be. So I can't put it there. Maybe I'll create a little off-road over here. Quite off-road on the edge of town, as they say. See, sometimes that doesn't let you do the curve. I don't know why. Sometimes it just forces the straight line on you. So that should be straight. Lovely. That's currently a dead end, but that's not a problem. In fact, what I might do, put a straight line on that. Come down the side. And nope, we don't have access to a crematorium right now. Okay. So we do have a landfill site, and obviously we know that we want to have all of our smelly stuff in this corner of the map. So I'm going to slam this. Where should I slam this? I'm going to keep it on the main road, I think, and I'm going to slam it there. Hopefully that's far enough away people's houses. Be an issue. Okay, something weird's happened there. You can see the landfill's gone right into the there we go. Right into the very hill itself. See, this is a very temporary solution because you're gonna have to start processing rubbish sooner than you think, actually, because otherwise you're going to get stuck in a rut and you won't be able to get out of it. What's your problem there then? So that's an enormous landfill site. Absolutely huge, but it's going to keep us going for quite some time, so it's a good thing. Right. So there's still demand for medium housing. What I might do is just pop a little extension on the edge here. So that we can expand that out. Get that little shop and that little shop. What? So that hasn't connected properly. For whatever reason. Oh, is that a one-way street? That's probably why. Right, let's fix that. Is that a one-way street? Oh, I see. I had the wrong tool selected. Right, that should fix that now. That should now be working. Perfect. Right. We have moved on. Now it's time for education. Elementary school. High school. Now the high school's a little bit bigger than the space we've got in the middle, which is a bit annoying, I have to say. But we have the ability to cope with that. And as we expand, probably actually would be better if I put that over here, thinking about it. More towards the area where houses are going to be built. Right, so that's that done. That's that done. So what I could do is I can come into my nodes and unlock the crematorium. I could unlock the hospital, but it's so expensive. I'm going to hold off for now. Crematorium just helps us to not get overloaded, if you will, at the cemetery. We shouldn't do anyway, because it has a very large capacity. But what I wanted to show you and forgot to show you was if we go into budget and go to income and click on exported electricity, you can see we're exporting about 3 million units. Even though this is still going down, that's 3 million units. So the whole economy system appears to be broken at the moment. That is fundamentally my key point, is to ensure that you have that connected as soon as possible. Once you're sort of level 3, which we almost are, then I would recommend we start looking at natural resources. You can't actually do that until you get to level 3. There's so many things that are restricted before you can get to them. Most irritating, I have to say. Right, so there's a good healthy demand for pretty much everything at the moment. I could do down here in these areas that don't really have anything else to do. Allow them to become economic hubs. expand this road out a little further. I might actually run a road around the side of this thing. We have a nice defined area there that we can work with. You can see that traffic really isn't a problem at the moment. I don't really like how these cars are parking up here, but it's not affecting the traffic.
Local
so
authorities are urging the public to conserve water and reduce the burden on the city during this water shortage.
water shortage.
Consider installing a low flush toilet.
It's not a
cut
water
back on
storage
watering the lawn, and
issue
shower
at
with a
all.
friend whenever possible. This has been a local public service announcement. Pending updates to our power grid, the city
We
will
need
be
3
experiencing
XP to
rolling
rank up.
blackouts. We urge the public to remain calm during these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines on the city's website on how to plan for these temporary events. This has been a local public service announcement. You're listening to Second Moon, the station for the cultural sophisticate who doesn't fear extending their ears to the
Water treatment plant.
sphere of the classical genre. Let us move now from the...
That's milestone 3. You're pretty much ready to go from that point on.
Here we have some perfectly anguishing correspondence from a listener. My dear Professor Hornbuckle, whereas I make no apology for my erudite,
So we now have a wastewater
demands that I
treatment
prevaricate
plant,
against
which
the
should reduce the amount of sewage that we're producing.
devotee of the form, and all my expertise derives merely from a life devoted to the gentle arts. Though I do thank you for the honor. But I digest. To continue. Professor Hornbuckle, as a traveler from my homeland, I long to hear a tune that speaks to the anguish of my road-weary soul.
Right.
There now, my good fellow, chin up, as it were. No need to wallow in
Fire
the
station.
Leave that to those poets.
Police
chaps,
station.
eh? Here's a tune just for you, and I do hope it provides your aching spirit some modest desolation.
And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood.
So you can see there's a
You can
massive
now shop
demand,
for
even for
designer
medium
shoes while
density.
sipping a fancy local
The medium
genre
density is
mountain.
really useful for
Or
us.
so my wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this. Interesting news from the city's export division. Sources tell us that our city has more services than we know what to do with.
And you know what that means, folks. It means we're not cutting things close enough.
Well, no. The point is we're selling it and bringing money into local
That's right.
economy.
You could almost say it's too much of a good thing.
Or we could say that we're enjoying a positive trade balance and the economy is booming. More after this.
Okay, so let's get some medium residential in there whilst it's hot. Let's going to boost the number of people we got living here so quickly. You can see, if you just keep an eye on the happiness meter, everything else will work. It really is as simple as that. We're going to try and keep all the industry down this end. A real demand for industry right now. You see there's a bit of demand for shopping. So once again, let's come in, give this area some shops to work with. You can see we're kind of eating into the hill a little bit. You can see some areas where we're starting to take chunks out of the hill. Need to sort of be aware of that a little bit, because as this hill gets bigger, we're going to have to be more thoughtful about how we put things down. But overall, we're pretty much chugging along quite nicely. And if I look at the budget, income, electricity export, still 2.5 million. And that's just off one of these. And this should be running at 100, yeah, it's 110%. And it imports 16.6 tons of coal. So now that you're a level 3, this is when I would start recommending that you start looking at natural resources. So you can see up here we've got, if you start turning these off, this is an ore deposit. So probably coal here, which works really well with what we want to do. So if I purchase these 2 corner sections for not very much money at all. Obviously it's very hilly. You may need to do a bit of adjustment stuff in order to make it work. What is that? New signature building available. A stone monolith that diversifies and enhances its surroundings. Okay, these buildings are free and they give you like massive perks. So I'll just slide it in. Could give like a happiness benefit to all these surrounding buildings. Nice. Bit cheaty, bit gimmicky, but whatever. You can see we got some castle ruins there. I'm going to move those, bring them over here. People have got... Actually, what I might do, put that on top of the hill, where you would expect to find a castle. And then it could be like a touristy thing. Right, so before I get too distracted, just take another look at the resources. You see it's all around this area. We're probably going to need two industries. Standing stone. I can't move that, sadly. That's probably going to get destroyed. Into industry. We can't start mining for oil until 8. We can't start mining for ore. We can't start mining for coal until we hit milestone 5. That's infuriating. I guess we can begin to outline it. It's a real shame you can't leave this on whilst you're building roads. As soon as you click on it, it goes off again. So it kind of starts there. Well, that's the first time it's ever let me build a road whilst that's still on. I'm glad it works. I just don't know why it doesn't work all the time. Right, perfect. So we know where that hole coal area is going to be. And if I just come in here, we're going to be at milestone 5 fairly quickly. I'm going to say, oops. Flatten out a decent area should theoretically allow us to grab all of that coal really quite quickly. We've got demand already for offices, which is exceptional. We like that very much. I'm going to keep this open for services. There's a good little spot here maybe for some industrial. It'd be nice if I could do a little circle in the middle there, but I think it's probably beyond my level of patience that I have right now. Gonna get in the way. Smidge, isn't it? Not absolutely perfect, but you know, it's close enough for what we're looking to do. Right, so now I could just fill this up entirely with offices. See, the demand for offices immediately disappears. That's going to be the business sector, or the office sector. Demand for high density residential demand. So I mean, people are desperate to move in. You see we've got quite a decent bit of growth going on there. Well, I might spill off this into a different direction or something. Do need some more industry, so how about I connect existing road system up to that main road. Slot in a couple more businesses there, and then we can have businesses all around the outside here, some of which might not be able to fit in. Connect that road up as well. So I guess we're going to have to kind of bite the bullet and go for some housing over here. options. Right, so it's about time I started introducing some parks. Parks are very small, but also very popular.
Pending updates to our power grid, the city will be experiencing rolling blackouts. We urge the public to remain calm during these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines on the city's website on how to plan for these temporary events. This has been a local public service announcement.
Recent spikes in demand have led to temporary local shortages in the city's fresh water supply. The public should be aware that we are struggling to get the situation in hand. This has been a local public service announcement. Second Moon Radio with your host.
Right, that should cheer everybody up.
Tune in tomorrow for a second chance.
Loads of leisure time, everything they need. Pretty much everything is
our main feature story.
ticking over as best as we could expect.
As the area is attracting
Getting quite a few more people
high-end
moving in.
bringing the latest in luxury to our
Still
neighborhood.
making a loss.
You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local 𝗥𝗲𝗃𝗁𝗏 mate, or so my wife tells
Take a look.
me.
So
That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks.
water's okay.
We'll be back after this.
Because these are a little bit low.
Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats our boat.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenda.
We're going to invest in a second electricity factory, which later on we'll replace with something much bigger and more effective. Maybe even some buildings here that eat away at the landfill usage. We've barely started filling that, so that's good. I wonder if I can lower this now that it's there. I'm just curious. I click this, say level terrain tool, and say I want it that height. Oh yeah, lovely. That looks so much better. I guess it will go right up to the road. Spot on that is, I like that. I like that much more. I don't like that though. Oh no. We have to smooth this out at some point. That doesn't look too bad, I suppose. If I mess with it too much, I will make it look terrible, so I'm going to stay clear of that. Right, let's have a look. So we're still not doing very well, but if I go into services and look at electricity, you can see that we're making 71,000, so 90,000 effectively. So we're almost covering all the costs of electricity just through the export. But if you come and look at the export, this one doesn't really make any sense. Budget, income, exported electricity says 4.5 million. Which one is right? Which one is right? We have no idea. All a bit of a mess at the moment. But according to this, officially, we're making 74,000 in exports like that. So if I come in here and just raise up taxes for the richer, like so. Everything else we can leave as is. Right, we're almost at level 7. People are complaining about high taxes, but I'll make some money somehow, haven't I? I'll make some money somehow. Right, so it's very, very difficult to sort of see in the dark. It's probably why not much development happens during the dark hours. But we do need to get to level 5 in order to start drilling for coal. And then we should have an coal export system on the go off the back of that. Wondering if I can put a road around this without destroying it. Not perfectly round, but I'd say that's pretty damn good. I'd say that looks pretty awesome. I'm quite happy with that. I'm happy now to run a road here. Right up to the castle. And I'm hoping that counts as a sort of a leisure activity, somewhere to go and something to do, like a tourist thing. You would think it would be, wouldn't you? Also pretty cool if you're at school, you look out and you see that. I mean, that's a nice old view, isn't it? That's a nice old view. Right, what are they complaining about? Not enough customers. This is what we run into all of the time. Number of customers, just even though there's constantly growing numbers of people actually living here, there's not enough to cater for their greed. A bit wider on this one, couldn't I? 𝗤𝘂𝗬𝗁 sweets, very nice. Interconnected quite nicely. low rent housing going in over here, which means those houses are going to be quite small. So we're getting complaints of unreliable internet access. Excuse me. So if we just come in here and grab ourselves a radio mast, sort of centralise that as best we can. And this area is absolutely spot on with no problems whatsoever, and we'll just slam another one in over here. Maybe out the back. Kind of needs to be more centralised, doesn't it? Should boost that up. Yep, that fixes that. So everything is happy. You don't really need to do much else other than just keep people happy. What I might do is swap this to be low density housing for the rich folk to come in, because that's who basically wants to do stuff. You can see there's a demand for commercial, but all these businesses are complaining that they have a lack of customers, so it's total trollop, if you ask me. What you might want to do is just unlock parking areas. Not cheap though. I've just dropped in a couple of car parks, just medium-sized ones, small to medium-sized ones. Hopefully that will encourage more people to come and park and shop at the shops. And we'll also come in and get ourselves a post office. Nice if I could squeeze that in to that gap, but it doesn't look like it's going to let me. I'll bring the post office over here. Run an existing road off of the back of this. Do some very weird things sometimes this game. That, which makes me very nervous. Post office. And then we'll just drop some mailboxes. Basically the entrance to all of these building areas. Right by the school, that makes life easier. And you can see that happiness is right up there, and you're just going to keep growing and growing and growing if that's the case.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement. You're back with Second Moon Radio, your second...
Alright, we're level 5. So we should now have the ability to start mining for coal. Great. Oh, look at that.
musical tour.
I didn't realise one would be big enough to do the whole area.
Art and culture. 𝗦𝘂𝗃𝗯𝘀, as they say. And an aria inspired by the infamous Vivaldi shall be our guide.
And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local 𝗥𝗲𝗃𝗁𝗏 mate, or so my wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this.
A bit
Industry in the region is
concerned.
on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats our boat.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenda.
I'm going to redesign that slightly. I'm going to have the road coming in here. And then we'll build the industry there. It does actually seem to work much better when you build the road first, I've noticed. So that's in place. I can just take the... I just want to take the corner off this. It's not going to let me, so... I'm gonna do it the annoying way. That seems to be in place. There you go. We're now mining for coal pretty much the whole way around this area. Come on. Oh, I see. I didn't see the little marker. There's a small amount of coal that we won't get out of that, but that's a huge industrial area. That's going to end up employing a lot of people. 164 people already. So they don't even need highly educated people, which means there's going to be a demand for more uneducated pet types, which is great for us. Brings more and more industry our way. Now, there's a lot of traffic here. I'm guessing this is people trying to get home from work, right? They're all going left. So, what would make sense is if I could run another road across here, thereby splitting the number of people heading that way at any one time. Less multiple connections. Right, so that should really cut down the number of traffic that comes straight down this way and across. Might even be able to slip a little road in here. At the end. Should work really well. So there is a massive demand for industry. You can see we're almost at level 3 here on the coal. And quite a few jobs coming in that way, which is nice. I'm thinking about education now. Taxi stands all over the place. There's taxis flying about all over the place now. That's going to help get people around. Complaining about unreliable healthcare coverage again. I suppose technically up that end there isn't a lot. Maybe we'll stick another medical clinic in just on the boundary here. So mostly helping the people that live here, but also covering that lot up that end. Seems to have fixed that. No point me putting commercial in because there's already people complaining that they're not got enough customers as it is. I think we're going to slot a little bus depot in over here in this corner. And then we'll get some top of the range bus stops. To make sure there's a bus stop for everybody. Right. They have to come around the other side. That's so annoying. Let's try and get a little bus route going here. Kind of not the route that I had planned, actually. It's a strange route, I can't deny it. It's an absolute mess of a route, isn't it? They're all going the wrong bloody way.
Pending updates to our power grid, the city will be experiencing rolling blackouts. We urge the public to remain calm during these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines on the city's website on how to plan for these temporary events. This has been a local public service announcement.
Right. It's a bit of a crappy bus route, but it's in.
Have led to temporary local shortages in the city's fresh water supply. The public should be aware that we are struggling to get the situation in hand. This has been a local public service announcement.
Has anyone seen my keys?
Yeah, there's no problem with water availability. Of course, if you do run into issues like that...
Sorry about that. It's nothing important. I just lost my keys. I'm sure they'll turn up. They're for the brown
Upgrades are the way to go.
outside the radio station. Oh, wait. I probably
That'll
shouldn't
boost the amount of water that's coming in,
Don't
apparently.
steal my car. I mean, the old 𝗦𝘂𝗧𝗂𝗋𝗄𝗏, please. Oh, good. Here they are. Well, never mind.
No
that.
pollution in the water, which is lucky for us.
Listening to, Second Moon.
And
Let's have a look
on to our
at
main
coal
feature
exports.
story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local 𝗥𝗲𝗃 mate, or so my wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this.
So as soon as we started mining coal, the value of coal has
If you're
gone
thinking
down.
about hitting the streets, you can expect delays on the major roads, especially during rush hour.
Good to know, Jim.
Okay, so we've
Seems
got
like
massive,
everyone's in a hurry to
massive
get somewhere
surplus
fast.
of
It's
coal,
worth slowing down.
which we're exporting,
if
and that
you
should
can,
theoretically
find
be
a
bringing money in.
outside the rush.
Oh, I don't know. I'd rather wait an hour in traffic.
Money's
than
still
to
going
start
down. I
thinking
just
about
don't
it.
understand
Besides, if I did that, I'd never
what
get
the
anywhere.
economy system is is trying to do at the moment. It just seems so unbelievably broken. We seem to have fixed the traffic issues, so that's good. A few buses sort of chunking up on each other. I don't know why they're not more spread out. Everything seems to be going quite well. We do need to, I think, improve our education. So put a college up here on the main line. A university, which is 1.5 million. Oh god, I should have put them the other way around. Didn't realise the university was going to be quite so flipping big. Let's move the college down this way. That's a tad annoying. To set it back then. This could cause some problems. Messy, say the very least. Now this section doesn't have. Maybe that wasn't the best place to put the university. Let me just move it. Save myself all the hassle. Might do then is rotate it all the way around. Why does it do that? Oh, let's turn off. Will do. Right. We can get rid of all this mess. Right. So how are we doing over here? Pretty much maxed out, nearly level 100. We've hardly spent anything really. We have an awful lot of development and growth. What I might think about doing is connecting up to the highway over here. Maybe I could upgrade this to a slightly bigger road. Nope, don't do that. Ideally, I would have this come straight down there. Move this. Get this reconnected super quick. Well, that is like a 2-lane highway. Not exactly perfect, but it'll do temporarily. Maybe 20 meters. Hey, look, you didn't give me the option to put my curve on again. Hardly perfect, but step in the right direction. What I might want to do is build that above here. That would actually work quite well.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive, and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement. Second Moon Radio with your host, J. Thomas Hornbuckle. Tune in tomorrow for a second chance to hear the music of yesteryear.
We've recently been having what some are calling the worst kind of luck there is. That's right. Today we are talking about the increased likelihood that you'll die.
That's not exactly what an increased death rate measures.
Either way, if
No,
everybody
I'm not
is
liking
dying,
that. That's
gives
wrong.
me the creeps.
That's a wild overstatement. Are you trying to make people panic?
Pam, did you say panic? She said panic. The death rate is skyrocketing. We've got to get out of here.
You go, I'll stay and clear up the mess. We'll be back after this. Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats our boats.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenda.
So it's less than perfect. Well, let's just hope it works. Okay. It's not going to work like that. missed it completely, that. Why does it keep doing that? There we go. Right, so I think that's slightly better. Step in the right direction at least. So they're still complaining about high taxes, but, you know, screw them. A relatively flat area here. That'd be good for industry then. Okay. Right, that should see us quite well. Move the college now. Yeah, I've got to fix these bus stops. Alright, it's a bit mismatched, but functional. Road traffic accident. Right, so what we're going to need is in here. Nope, sorry, I think I need to unlock it first. Advanced road services. Then we have a road maintenance depot, which I can slam over here next to the university. They should maintain the roads to stop the number of traffic accidents that we're having. Traffic lights there at the moment, that seems to be working quite well. It's hard. Traffic incident is a bit of a pain. Turn it into a free-for-all. I notice a lot of trucks are going that way to get up here. I'd much rather they just carry on. That 2-lane one-way section. How many lanes are there? 4. Why the hell are they facing the wrong way? So annoying. So dumb the way that you can't change this anymore. I can't do it until they fix that stupid design bug. It's not a design bug as in it's broken, it's just a stupid design. Yeah, that's also a stupid design. Cleaner. I mean, technically, truth be told, I don't need that at all. Nice little drop-off point. Nicer than what I had before. Right, well that seems to be rocking quite nicely. We're not really struggling at all. Just complaining about high taxes, but we need taxes, people. We need taxes. I'm loath to put in any kind of shopping because these guys are just constantly complaining there aren't enough people, which is just stupid if you ask me. An RTA in the worst possible place. Thankfully, he's off the road, so it's not going to affect anyone. Take a while for our services to get there, though.
Pending updates to our power grid, the city will be experiencing rolling blackouts. We urge the public to remain calm during these breaks in service and to follow the guidelines on the city's website on how to plan for these temporary events. This has been a local public service announcement.
Local authorities are urging the public to conserve water and reduce the burden on the city during this water shortage. Consider installing a low-flush toilet, cut back on watering the lawn, and shower with a friend whenever possible. This has been a local public service announcement.
This is Second Moon with J. Thomas Hornbuckle. Before we dive into our next selection, I'd like to take a few memento moris to elaborate on the formal structure of the symphonic work. For our newer, less able listeners, first, we will be dancing through the al dente section before entering the slower largo movement, finally, then savoring the vivacious antipasto movement. So, without further ado, let's raise the curtain and begin.
And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local 𝗥𝗲𝗃 mate, or so my wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this. Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats our boat.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenda.
It's probably time we got another fire department in. Really? Okay. The game seems to think that's not really necessary, but I'm going to do it anyway. Do the same with the police. So, yeah. I mean, we're ticking over. We're at maximum happiness. I mean, they don't like the taxes. And my idea to bring in extra funds hasn't really worked. Services, electricity. Yeah, so we're only exporting 40,000. Don't know why. Actually a bit low on stuff. Let's should we unlock some things? Let's go incinerator plant, recycling, industrial waste processing. We can't afford any of those, they're far too expensive for our blood. It was a tad frustrating because I just invested all of our resources into that. We are seeing people moving in though, so it is still happening. We are still growing. We're definitely getting to the edge of our agreed industrial area. We'll expand just a little bit further out this way. That will probably be the last bit of industry we stick over here. We maybe try and chuck a couple of shops in this area. In case, you know, you're at work and you want to buy something. Some lunch maybe. Alrighty. I'll try to mix it up a little bit. Keep things interesting. As much as possible, at least. Wonky connection there, don't like that. I'll do it from the other side. Stupid game. Did it again. Straight line there, please. No, you stupid game. Now what's your main problem? Thank you. So much more complicated than it actually needed to be. Yeah, traffic's not too bad. That building collapsed due to lack of maintenance. What the hell's that all about? I don't think that's anything to do with me. I'm thinking this will be good for students. Lovely. More demand for this space. Hey. Alright. Let's put something together. New business sector there. The last thing we'll build, having run this little test experiment. See, demand has dropped right off now. We've sort of hit a plateau. But they're just complaining about taxes. I guess we can come into taxation. Just drop this down a little bit. Like so. And that should cheer everybody up. They're complaining less about taxes now. Everything seems to be pretty good. Spacious homes, wealth, everything they could really hope for. All in one place. Maybe if I can get these cars off here. Let's reduce the width of the road. It hasn't really stopped. Hasn't really done much, has it? Let's have a look. that help? Seems to be very busy, doesn't it? Maybe I should reintroduce that road. Yeah, we seem to be ticking over quite well. It's a step in the right direction, isn't it? We've reached level 7 quite quickly, I suppose. Jam down a Rubique apartment. Look at happiness and slam it somewhere where there aren't that many happy people. These guys are not so happy. Don't know why. You've got the best houses. They want a doctors, basically. Okay, well, we can slide a doctors in up here. Does that make them happy? Yes, it does. These guys are complaining because they don't have good healthcare coverage. Really? How about I slam a hospital in just here? Mikey, what is that? Police station. Okay. We can relocate you. Locate you over. Yeah. Right in the center of everything. Right, let's look at happiness. Now everybody's happy because our coverage is just exceptional. Slight problem with traffic. This might be the time to change this to one-way system. And I bet you this is going to all be facing the wrong way. Yeah, they're all in different directions. In the wrong direction. That is such a bad oversight. It used to work so well. Well, I can't do that then. I can't reverse that. wonder if I can do a sort of an overbout. That makes sense. Really awkward things. You're not trying to do anything that mental. I can't put it totally centralized, but I can put it in slightly off. So that might work, having an overbout. So anything that wants to go straight down now doesn't have to put up with the outside traffic. Takes away a bit of the traffic, but not much. Wonder whether to get rid of this. Create this to be a two-way system. Makes it a little bit cleaner. Probably get rid of that as well. Less connections you have, the better. Unless it makes sense to have two out roads over here. That work? I think that's cleared things up a smidge.
Local authorities are urging the public to conserve water and reduce the burden on the city during this water shortage. Consider installing a low-flush toilet, cut back on watering the lawn, and shower with a friend whenever possible. This has been a local public service announcement.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been
The road
a
conditions are
local public service
absolutely
announcement.
perfect, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Listening to Second Moon, the epitome of classical listening at home or wherever you roam.
Traffic is a bit of a problem.
Industry in the region is on the rise, and when business is doing well, that floats our boat.
There's no sinking this boat, Glenda. And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local 𝗥𝗲𝗃𝗁𝗏, or so my wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this.
But we're definitely jam-packing the hell out of it all. Oh, there's a car on fire here. Fire brigade's dealt with it. Ambulance has arrived. Just need the police now. Where the hell are the police? And the tow trucks. Yeah, we definitely got some choke points. Yeah. Just a case of expanding, I guess. The demand is for now for medium density housing. Totally wasn't before, but it is now. A lot of traffic hold up right there. What about a crazy theory? Let's make this a one-way system into the city. Have this as a one-way system out of the city. What sort of damage is that going to do to everything? Many people trying to get in the city, but I don't understand why are they coming to the city? What is the desire for them to be here? Oh, this one could be upgraded. Seems to be working to an extent. Oh, hang on. Going the wrong way, isn't it? After. Traffic is a pain in the ass in this game, isn't it? Alright, well, you know, started out well, hit some snags along the way. It's just an experiment, really. I just wanted to see You could make money off the back of electricity alone. Clearly you cannot. Yeah, kind of irritating. Still growing and processing. I mean, they're super happy, except for the traffic and the high taxes. If I bring this down any more, so now their only issue is traffic.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive, and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement. A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive, and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement.
You're tuned in to Second Moon, the channel where the classics never grow old.
If that helps.
Local stargazers are in for a real treat tonight as the aurora borealis is expected to light up the night sky.
That's right, Jim. Don't forget to look up this evening. It promises to be quite a sight.
And on to our main feature story. The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting more high-end stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes.
I guess the key is never put anything along your main road, because your main roads are just going to have to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Thanks, Jim.
Always.
We'll be back after.
Always growing. We not have like they used to be able to sort of have a view of the city or something. That gone now, is it? Right, so I see what's so stupid about this. In order to get medium density demand, you need to have no unoccupied buildings. But as soon as you get demand and you build the buildings, this no longer becomes relevant and then it disappears. It's a bit daft. place for the hospital to be. Put a helicopter on it though, that's very cool. I think we'll relocate it over here. I don't have enough money to do that. Oh, bum. Eventually we'll relocate it. So the traffic is just getting in its own way. Never ending, is it? More and more traffic all the time. Alright, we'll get to level 8 and then we'll wrap this one up. I don't know if I've really learned anything from this. No indication of how much money we're making off of this. We're producing a hell of a lot. We should be making a lot of money, you would think. I don't leave any gaps for trains and things like that. That's probably another thing I need to start considering. I buy 37 tiles, so I don't think I'm using my tiles very effectively either. Yeah. Some improvements to be made there. Alright, are we at level this yet? We need like 200 XP. Want some shops. Let's put some shops in and I guess. Over the edge? No. Traffic everywhere. Yes, until they fix the ability to control traffic better, things like roundabouts and that are just not going to work, are they? Silly, but the only way I could do it is to break it. bad design. That's a step backwards from what it used to be. It used to work better than that. Right, so that is kind of like a massive roundabout now. There it is, we made it to level 8. Not sure I've actually really learnt anything useful there. Tried to be more proactive and think ahead a bit more, which I think I've done. Not quite to the degree that I wanted to do it. That's the wrong road type. On the downtrend, look. Still traffic. I mean, traffic is 1 minus 1 negative, and I'm spending a lot of time and effort trying to figure that out. Maybe that's just completely pointless. All this traffic here trying to get down here. There's nothing stopping it other than the fact that we can't correctly control this. Hard. It really is hard to get it all working properly. That seems to have cleared the traffic a bit there. Let's have one last look at the traffic. Yeah, see, it's still... I mean, it says heavy, but that doesn't look heavy to me at all. be honest with you, that looks pretty reasonable. I don't see that as a problem. That, yes, I grant you, that is a bit more of a problem.
A driving advisory has been issued for the immediate area due to poor road conditions. Please exercise caution if you must drive, and try to stay off the streets until conditions improve. This has been a local public service announcement.
Local authorities are urging the public to conserve water and reduce the burden on the city during this water shortage. Consider installing a low-flush toilet, cut back on watering the lawn, and shower with a friend whenever possible. This has been a local public service announcement. Has anyone seen my keys? My keys! What? We're in the air? Sorry about that. It's, nothing important. I just lost my keys. I'm sure they'll turn up. They're for the brown sedan parked outside the radio station. Oh, wait. I probably shouldn't have said that. If anyone finds them, please don't steal my car. I mean, the old 𝗦𝘂𝗃𝗶𝗯𝗲, please. Oh, good. Here they are. Well,
that's a dead end, apparently.
Thank you for listening to Second Moon.
We've recently been having what some are calling the worst kind of luck there is. That's right. Today,
why is that a dead end?
About the increased likelihood that you'll die.
That's not exactly what an increased death rate measures.
Either way, if everybody is dying, that gives me the creeps.
That's a wild overstatement. Are you trying to make people panic?
Did you say panic? She said panic. The death rate is skyrocketing. We've got to get out of here.
You go, I'll stay and clear up the mess. We'll be back after this.
And on to our main
yes,
feature.
It's causing a problem.
The commercial district is booming as the area is attracting
the
more high-end
landfill,
stores, bringing the latest in luxury to our neighborhood. You can now shop for designer shoes while sipping a fancy local 𝗥𝗲𝗃 mate. Or so my wife tells me. That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim. We'll be back after this.
We're going to have to do it asymmetrically, otherwise this won't be able to function. That's not bad, actually, asymmetrically. Maybe the asymmetric roads are the answer to all my problems. Who knows? Alright, well, we had a bloody good crack at it, guys. Everything's positive except for... Is this where all the traffic is? But look at that, that's red. Like, the worst traffic on planet Earth. I know it's happiness. Okay. These are low-speed, wide roads. That's interesting. 35 miles per hour. Yeah. Very stressful. I have a lot to learn, guys, a lot to learn. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Till then, goodbye for now. Goodbye for now. What the nougats is going on? Goodbye for now. Goodbye for now.